Welcome to my video on how to open your Minecraft game to LAN and how to do some basic troubleshooting in the event it doesn't work. First, you need to understand that every player will need a separate account. Secondly, all players need to be logged into the same LAN, the same local area network. With that said, this is how it's supposed to work. Start Minecraft as you normally would, then select single player from that first menu. Select the world that you want to play, and finally click on Play Selected World. After the world is fully loaded, press Escape, and then press Open to LAN. I don't want to discuss cheats or game modes in this selection. Under game modes, however, it is important to note that that applies to all the guests and not the host machine. So it's important that you select the correct game mode for your guest. After you've done that, click on Start LAN World. Once the host is open to LAN, then the guests start the game as usual, and they select multiplayer. Under multiplayer, hopefully they'll see the name of the host world pop up on their screen. They select that screen and click on Join Server. The following are two video examples of when this LAN connection did not work. In the first example, after selecting multiplayer, you can see the computer just continues to scan, but no game comes up, so there's no way to select the game. In the second example, after selecting multiplayer, the game displays, and after selecting the game, it tries to hook up with the server, but eventually gives you an error that the connection could not be made and that the server timed out. The most common solution to this problem is to turn off your firewalls while you're playing. In Windows 7, you turn off the firewall by selecting the Start button at the lower left-hand corner of the screen. Select Control Panel, and up in the upper right-hand portion of the screen, type in the word Firewall. On the left side, select Check Firewall Status, then turn Windows Firewall on/off. After turning off the firewalls in this window, be sure to click on OK near the bottom of the screen. On your Mac, click on the apple in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, then select System Preferences. In the pop-up window, select Security and Privacy, then select Firewall, and, assuming you need to change the firewall status, unlock at the lower left-hand portion of the screen, enter your password, and turn your firewall off. If you still can't connect, we need to identify the host computer's IP address. In Windows 7, you go to the Start button on the lower left-hand portion of the screen, and in the search box, type CMD. At the prompt in the pop-up box, type in ipconfig, that's IPCONFIG. You'll see the IP address of this computer is 192.168.1.6. On the Mac computer, click the apple at the upper left-hand corner and select System Preferences. In the drop-down box, select Network. In the Network drop-down box, select Advanced near the lower right-hand portion of that screen. Finally, select the TCP IP tab on the next drop-down box. You'll see the IP address of this Mac as 192.168.1.4. Next, you'll need to identify the port that the game is hosted on. You will see this as a 5-digit number appearing in the lower left-hand corner of the screen right after you start your LAN world. In this case, it says local game hosted on port 64280. With the host computer's IP address and the location of the game port, you can now use Minecraft's Direct Connect. After the guest computer selects multiplayer, you then select Direct Connect. In the box where it requests a server address, you put in the IP address of the host computer, followed by a colon, followed by the 5-digit game port. In this case, the final answer is 192.168.1.4 64280. Then you join server.